There's no question women have played a pivotal role in building this country over the last 150 years. But it was only 40 years ago that Parliament passed a law to protect the rights of women and others at risk of discrimination. In 1977, the Canada Human Rights Act came into effect. And then in 1982, with a signature from the Queen, women officially became equal citizens under the Constitution.
The Queen of Canada, to give solemn proclamation to our new Constitution.
Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau was in office when the Constitution was repatriated and now included the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, guaranteeing equal rights to both males and females. In 1986, the Employment Equity Act got the green light. The same year, Toronto Police Inspector Sonia Thomas first joined the male-dominated service.
And I can tell you, in my first couple days sitting in a police car, I was asked the question a few times, do you think you were hired because you're female black, or do you think you were hired because you're qualified? And I would like to say that I was hired because I was qualified to do the job.
Thomas was one of 19 in her graduating class of 70 constables, a big improvement in diversity at the time when the landscape of policing was extremely lopsided.
Okay, and did you ever think you would get to this level?
No, I didn't. I never thought I would.
She now actively encourages other women to join the service, which is still only made up of about 20% female officers.
In terms of the senior officer ranks, there's about 15%. We've come a long way. Do we have a lot of work to do still? Yes, we do.
Stats Canada tracks 500 different occupations, and in 469 of those, women are paid less than men.
While unionized work like policing doesn't have a gender wage gap, it still exists virtually everywhere else today. In 1987, women were paid about 36% less than men. 30 years later, we've only closed that gap by 6%.
Yes, we do need more women in leadership positions, but we need everybody who is in a leadership position right now to take these human rights seriously and to act on them.
I'm on a Mars rover program now. That's a European Space Agency rover that they're launching in 2020.
Women continue to take charge in roles typically dominated by men today, including Natalie Panic, who is reaching for the stars for a living.
I set this goal of wanting to be an astronaut. I said that's what I was going to do, and then I set a path towards trying to figure out how to get there. It didn't matter what my gender was, I just wanted to learn. A lot of universities and institutions report the percentage of women they have enrolled in engineering, for example, and it's kind of plateaued out. But I also think we're in a really unique position, the way that social media has taken off and how you can share information instantaneously with the click of a mouse, and how if you're looking in the right place, you can find great role models.
So how do Canadians today feel about the women's movement and feminism? A nationwide survey commissioned by Rogers Media called the Canada Project asked the question, do you consider yourself a feminist? 63% of respondents said no. Tammy Sutherland, City News.